Welcome to the Firebelly Social Show. We're focused on talking to food and beverage brands that are on a mission to make the world better.
Hello, this is Duncan Alney with the Firebelly Social Show, where we talk to CEOs and founders of mission-driven food and beverage brands. This is a very special episode because it was recorded live at the Sweets and Snacks Show in Chicago. Lastly, this episode is brought to you by Firebelly Marketing, where we focus on making brands more likable on social media. We've worked with brands like Bake Believe, Karma Nuts, Justin Winery, Fiji Water, and a whole lot more, and we'd love to talk to you. Hit us up on firebellymarketing.com. Duncan here, coming to you live from the Sweets and Snacks Expo, and I'm here with Tony. Hello, Tony.
Hey, how you doing, Duncan?
I'm really good, Tony. Tony, tell us about yourself and your company.
Yeah, so we're in the walnut business here. I'm a walnut grower. Been growing walnuts for 22 years, but about 4.5 years ago, Grower Direct Nut out of Houston, California, heard I was available and thought that they'd like to have me help them develop this brand of gourmet roasted and seasoned walnuts and nut butters.
That's amazing. So you came from the grower side, and now you developed the brand, and you're running sales and marketing.
Yeah, I was in the beverage business before that, too, and was running a 7-Up bottling company in Modesto and doing a lot of co-packing for other brands like Rockstar and Q Drinks and, Barefoot Wines and things like that. And when I left that company, this opportunity came up, and it was a lot of fun since I was a walnut grower to be able to work with walnuts and make them a little bit more tasteful for people to eat every day rather than just bake with them or use them during the holidays. So we developed 7 different flavors, everything from sea salt, rosemary, honey, maple cinnamon, buffalo, hatch chili limon, and habanero. So really a flavor for everybody on the seasoned nuts.
That's amazing. That is a very wide variety of flavors. What's your favorite one?
My favorite's probably our newest one, which is the hatch chili limon. It's got a real tangy bite to it, but also has a little bit of spice. So, but no heat.
I mean, what's a good way to describe how walnuts are thought of?
Well, walnuts by themselves are kind of a boring nut. I mean, they're great in salads, they're great for baking, and they're good, healthy nuts. But people don't always think about them when they're looking for a snack item, and that's what we wanted to try to change, is to add a little spice, add a little bit of flavor, a slight amount of sweetness to our honey and maple cinnamon to make them more palatable for people to eat on more occasions than just, during the holidays or in their baking needs.
It's a dense nut, and it's got a lot of texture.
It is. It's a good filling nut. Walnuts, the thing about walnuts that we have bragging rights on compared to any other nuts, it's got the most omega-3 ALA in them. So it's a good, healthy nut. There's also studies that show cognitive improvement for people with dementia and so forth. So it's a good brain food, too, and a good, healthy heart food, too. So there's a lot of good benefits in walnuts, and we want people to eat a lot more. I mean, I'm growing them in our orchard, and we want to get them out to people so they consume more right now.
I would think that's a great selling point, the fact that you guys grow it in your own orchard.
Yeah, no, we grow it here, but we use walnuts from other growers, too, in California. 99.9% of all the walnuts grown in the United States are grown in Central California, from Chico down to Tulare. So we're all farmers. We're all in the same boat. We're all dealing with the issues in California with water and with high costs and high fuel prices and things. So we all try to work together to make the industry stronger by creating brands like this and getting people to think about walnuts and consuming them more frequently.
I love the idea of walnuts being a quick and delicious snack on the go as well. I wonder, are women a large part of your, or a part of your audience, women that are going to yoga or like going to work and they need a healthy snack?
Definitely. Yeah. In fact, we just redesigned our packaging here recently. And it really is appealing to our target audience, which is the young adult women out there, whether they're consuming them themselves on their way to yoga or Pilates or working out, or if they're buying them for their family, for their snacks, for their kids, rather than buying, some of the less healthy products that are out there.
I think you all seem to be very relevant. I love that. The flavor profiles are hip and cool, and you just seem like a vibrant brand. What advice would you give to someone else starting out on your journey?
Boy, that's a good question. It's know your audience, know who you're going to be selling to initially, and kind of create your branding and your marketing around that target audience, and then stick to your guns. If you want a good, healthy, natural product, stick with the best ingredients. Use the best base, and in our case, it's the best premium walnuts that you could find that are fresh right from the orchards. We say, from our orchards to your table. That's what you do. And whether you're doing it yourself or you're co-packing with somebody else, stick to the quality side first, and everything else should fall into place.
Tony, how do you stay inspired in this life where you are doing so many things and you're so driven and you're fighting the fight? How do you stay inspired, and how do you keep yourself going?
Well, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I have one speed that I know of, and I wish I was 30 years younger, but now it's still a lot of fun. It's fun to get people to introduce people to our products, and for people to try it for the first time. We talked a lot about the snack nuts, but on our nut butters, watching people taste our nut butters for the first time and their eyes roll to the back of their head and say, "Oh my God, this stuff is so good." That's really makes it all worthwhile. And knowing that we're putting out a good, healthy product for people, something that you could be proud of.
That's awesome. Talk a little bit more about the nut butter.
Yeah. So on the walnut butters, we've got 4 different walnut butters. We have one that's an organic raw walnut butter with a pink label on there, and that's in honor of the Sierra Circle Foundation. That a portion of our funding goes to that, and the Sierra Circle Foundation is named after a young family member who passed away of juvenile cancer, but the money goes to cancer research there. And that's just raw walnuts with nothing else added. Then we also have a sea salt, a honey, and a maple cinnamon walnut butter, and those are all made with conventional walnuts. Then we have a pecan praline butter that is really tasty, and a pistachio butter that's doing very well also. So it's fun having all those different things. And people say, well, how do I use it? Well, you could use it like you'd use any other nut spread, on toast, on bread, on a Triscuit. It's fantastic. We'll throw a jar on a charcuterie board with a knife in there so they could slap some on a celery stick or an apple slice. It's a great way to consume good, healthy, protein-rich nuts.
Tony, thank you so much for everything you're doing to make the world a better place, man. You're an inspiring guy, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thanks, Duncan. Appreciate it.
Thanks for listening to the Firebelly Social Show. We'll see you again next time, and be sure to click subscribe to get future episodes.